Shalom, Israel. This is ISUPK, Alabama, under Command and General Hunter. And today we are with the sister Robin Watkins for the show, The House of Wealth. Check it out on all the social media platforms. We had a fire interview today with Captain of 13,000, Kahunthum Yard. And you should check it out. We dropped a lot of Jews. There's going to be more to come. Alabama, stand up.
Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from you.
Table Talk Conversations with Robin Janae. Welcome to the House of Wealth. We got our brothers with us. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves because I cannot introduce them like they can introduce themselves. So one of y'all just take a second, tell me who y'all are, what y'all stand for, and more about y'all organization.
I'm Officer of 1,000 Law Gun by ISUPK, Alabama, under Command and General Hunter.
Also 50 Not the Shy out of ISUPK, Alabama, up here in Huntsville.
Officer 50, Tazar Moth, ISUPK, Alabama.
Trooper Marah.
Trooper Kunal Tazada.
And I'm Robin Watkins again. All right, so you guys gave us a little bit of background, or you want to go ahead and tell us like who y'all are? What do y'all do? What is it about your organization? Whichever one of y'all.
With ISUPK under Command General Hunter, we teach out of the Bible. Out of the King James 1611 Bible. And our main goal and what we do as priests is we teach people how to live the Bible. We teach them how to make it practical in everyday life. That's the name of our school, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And a lot of times people think that the Bible was a fairy tale. We show them how to bring it into the everyday life because they're living it whether they want to or not. Right. So everything we do is try to represent that under Command General Hunter.
Right. Okay. And I've been seeing y'all doing a lot of community engagement, community involvement, you know, woo, woo. You know, you don't hardly see black men doing things like that. I wanted to know one thing was, in the climate of how things are changing, in what ways have y'all seen the melanated community come together?
A lot of ways, you know, if I could, our people have the spirit to want to change right now. Mm-hmm. It's a lot going on the earth right now, even with the World War III. And everything going on. There's certain things our people are rejecting right now. You know, stuff, even with the celebrities, there's certain stuff that we speaking up on that we didn't speak up on before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Stuff we let slide back in the 90s and the 80s is an issue now. That's the Most High waking our people up.
Right. And
that's what we try to do. We try to let our people know why they're waking up. Because this is what's going to happen. It's going to happen anyway.
Right.
Whether we decide to wake up or not. And we try to prepare our people for that every day because they're living the hell every day. They just don't know why. So our job is kind of show them what's going on with it.
Hey, so like, sir, if I could, I'm going to add to your point, right, to what you're saying. The way that we come together, what you see is what you saw what happened with Stephen Perkins, right? When that brother was unalive, how everybody came together. That's kind of what we try to institute. That's kind of the spirit that we want to push on the earth is coming together for our people, right? We was in New York not too long ago just helping our people, right? Giving them food and clothes to the people that were rejected by society, the people that America hates. We try to love those people. We try to support those people and give them the things that they need.
Oh, I like that. And to justice for Steve Perkins. Let's put that there. If you on the live right now, hashtag justice for Steve Perkins. Hashtag justice for Steve Perkins. I am Steve Perkins, period. And it is because of the movement that I have met you guys. So again, I'm grateful and hashtag justice for Steve Perkins. You were saying how the consciousness has shifted, how the earth is really allotting us more as a people. And when the interview we did earlier, I kind of was tapping into that as well when I said that we're in a place now that, you know, I feel like we are better as a people, you know, and I can't say what the, you know, ancestors, how they were, I wasn't there, but in my lifetime, I believe that we are better off now than we have been, you know, in this generation. And really sizing up my parents and their generation and my grandmother, I mean, a lot of things that slid with our grandparents don't slide with us. You know, you cut an onion open and see 3 onions inside an onion. We ain't eating that. You know, we got questions and we need answers. We send emails to corporate, you know, and if things don't look right, we ask questions, and a lot of times the older generations didn't do that, you know.
Right.
And don't question God, and don't, you know, you had all that passive, sit back and just enjoy the ride type of mentality, but we don't have that, you know. And we can if it's the time for that, but it's to observe and to understand where we are as a people. So that's where I was coming from earlier. And you guys will see that on the upcoming YouTube submission and upload the conversation that we had earlier. So
Right. Well, we definitely, I agree with you. We in the information age. We had a time where our grandparents didn't have access to the information that we have. That's why it's gonna seem different because people learning stuff a lot quicker now. You have to go to a library to get that stuff. But sometimes if you're not directed in the right place, it can be a bad thing when you learn too much. That's what I think we're doing wrong now. We're too all over the place.
Right.
We don't have a focus of where we're supposed to be learning from or how we're supposed to be. Nothing about us is set apart. And if you look at blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, who we represent, we're set apart whether we want to be or not. If you go into a room of people that's not your people, you're gonna stand out anyway. You know, there's a lot of times we take over that, whatever room we're in.
yeah,
That's why we should have them following us.
without effort, because the work is done at home.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to come in and demand the room to, hey, it's things gonna shift when you come in. My best friend El Ray always says your aura is your resume, and it's constantly being updated. And the more you learn, the more you grow, you know, and it ain't nothing you got to go around saying the books you read. Your speech will reflect that, you know.
Hey, Robin, can I touch on something if I could?
Let's go.
So, like, I was going to say, one thing you mentioned and one thing that Camp Kahan touched on was about how we're not better, and if we are better than when we were back in the 60s and back in the 70s and things like that. I think what Camp Kahan touched on was heavy because, yeah, we may have better lives now, as you can say. Like, we're not getting beat by the police. We're not getting hosed.
Are we not?
So, like, you are. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're not getting hosed like we were back then,
Are we
right? It's not on video like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You definitely see we getting unalived by the police.
Yep.
You definitely see us being
And
destroyed
imprisoned.
by things like that,
And
right?
starved.
Which that
And
goes,
working for nothing.
which goes to the point,
And
right?
raped.
That it's
And
not
beat.
really better, right? It's not really better than what was happening to us back then in the 60s,
Right.
It's not that we're in a better situation. You can see like we're better, but we still don't have the things that we need. We don't have a sense of morality. We don't have a sense of togetherness inside of our communities because we're still fighting against each other. But back then, at least you were being attacked by the oppressors and you had to join together with your community. Just like what happened on Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street, you saw that we was together. You saw
Right.
we had our own doctors, we had our own lawyers, we had our own people. But now we don't have those communities like that anymore. We don't have that anymore. And that's the part where I say we're not better off because if we had that same spirit in the earth with morality attached to it, we would be better. It would be
I
totally
strongly
different.
believe we have all we need, you know, and that with time and work, it'll all evolve into what it's supposed to be. You know, it's just doing the work. And you were saying, we said the work is done at home. And home not meaning like your house, home meaning like within your own temple. The reason why you fighting your brothers or our sisters are fighting each other is because we have a fight going on within ourselves, you know, and you don't know nothing but fight because you're in a fight mentality. Everything is a fight, you know. It's oftentimes I start a conversation with somebody and it just go left, like it's just an argument. I'm not an argumentative person, but I will argue, you know, just to get a point across. But people don't realize that they're projecting what's inward, what's going on internally. So the work is done at home.
I was going to say to that, Slack Romina, if I could.
Go ahead. One thing I want to pick
Go.
up something you said though, because I think the main issue is we feel like we're better off now because of money. When a lot of times money, they give us money, they know what we're gonna do with it. Because like I said, black people have the most spending power out of everybody.
Yep.
Same reason they didn't free the slaves because they really cared about it. It was beneficial.
Right.
They couldn't get their economy going. So
Right.
we'll feel like we're in a better spot right now, but we're really making it better for them because our money goes back to their business.
Right.
Like if you just look at just alone in the holidays, Christmas, in Alabama, it was $18 billion spent. How much did you think was black dollars?
Right.
So a lot of times, that economics is in the Bible. If you go into your culture and do what we're supposed to do under that one umbrella, we just say that money, we don't have no money problems. That 18 billion, let's just say we was at least what, 15, 20% of the 18 billion? That's a lot of money. And we started collectively thinking on that level. The Most High gave us an economic plan a long time ago, and it's called brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what it got to start with. Somebody got to be able to trust you, trust your word. That's going to be more than any dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? The value of the dollar is going to go down. We think we're going into a new age when actually, when this war is going on, we're going to regress. We're going to lose electronics. We're going to have to rely on each other. And that's going to be the most valuable thing. So money has pushed us forward, but if we don't know who we are, we still think we have a connection with the Africans that do not spend money with us unless we're doing something with them. We still think we're African American. That's going to hold us away. That's going to hold us back. Like Amos, Salaki, what's that? Hosea 4:6. Somebody be saying the wrong scripture, but it said our people suffer for lack of knowledge. I'm paraphrasing. Lack of knowledge, and that's why we fall everywhere we go. We get the money. You got millionaires right now want to commit suicide. We got millionaires right now that have problems. The money does not always solve. You have to have the mental leadership to know what to do with that.
And you have to be willing to come in as a body again, because if you got the money, but she got the peace, and he got the love, and you got the wisdom. If you go over there in your house in your shell and you just with like-minded people and all y'all got wisdom over there, that's like going to Thanksgiving and everybody brought turkey. Right. What the hell we gonna eat? Right. You know, like this ain't right. We need to come together where it's not where we just like-minded, we're like missioned, where we all like, okay, I'm the plumber, you're the roofer, you the brick mason, but we gonna build a house. Right. You know, we don't have no conversation. What you see up there ain't got nothing to do with the plumbing, what I see down here. So our minds may not be the same, but our heart and our intent is to build effectively build a house. Right. And the principles you were saying that we need to stand on, and getting back to our core values, people have to know who they are first before you can know what to stand on, because you don't take a step until you learn how to walk, you know?
I did want to touch on a point that I think y'all both brought out real heavy, if I could, sir. It was, I was going to say, like, yes, we have a war fighting on the inside of us, but I don't respect you if I don't know who you are. True. I don't have if I don't know your identity, and if I don't know my own identity, I can't love you like I'm supposed to love you. Right? I can't respect you like I'm supposed to respect you, because I don't know who you are and I don't know who I am. But within the Bible, we find out who we are. And within the Bible, I get to find out who you are. What's your identity? I know you my sister. I know you my brother. So I'm supposed to treat you like I'm supposed to treat you like somebody that God loves, because God does love you, right? God does care about us. So he chose us, so I got to treat you like that.
Right. And in my world, it is you. As long as you know me, because we brothers and sisters. We not too much different. The you is universal. You know, the anointing that's on my life is universal. The same as you. As long as I know who I am, you gonna be revealed to me, you know, because I'm gonna treat you like I treat myself. If I respect myself, if I hold myself to a certain standard, I'm gonna hold you to that too, you know. And if you not here, I don't have no business. That's the being separate, you know, not being separated, but being separate and holding my stance in my position. Like, I know who I am. This is who I am. This is what I'm here to do. And anything outside of that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's out of my jurisdiction. And being okay with that, you know. We try to take on things that we're not ordained or built for. When you know who you are, it saves yourself a world of trauma, headache, going in the wrong direction, just stuff that you don't have to go through. I had a friend that asked me, she was like, is what you're doing or what you're going through worth the wear and tear that it's having on your body? And for me, the body is just a physical manifestation of your spiritual and emotional stance anyway. Your body is just reflecting what you really taking in internally on an emotional and spiritual level. And I sat back, at first it was kind of like, you know, whatever. But I sat back, you know, and I thought about it, and I was like, it's really not. Knees hurt, back tired, shoulders not, you know, because you taking on things that you were not built for. You know, a Ford Mustang is a Ford, but it's not built to carry. You know, an Explorer or a Navigator or something bigger is built to carry things. And you have to know your frame and know what you're built for and pick and choose where you allow yourself to go.
Yeah, I agree with that, because all that come back to knowing who you are.
I think he has something too.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, yeah, you got something?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you know, a lot of that lined up with knowing who you are. You know, they help you know what you can take on. They go back to knowing your identity, you know, knowing you're not supposed to be, you know, getting high, selling drugs, you know, producing whoredom, you know what I'm saying? That stuff keep you out of stuff you're not supposed to do. True. That's the burden you're not supposed to take on. And we'll see other nations of people doing that. We've been following them since the civil rights movement. You know, statistically, that, you know, was not beneficial to us because we gave up what we were supposed to be doing, and we took on their lifestyle, their burdens. You know, the crime rate went up, our economics as a black people went down, and that's the key. Zephaniah 2:1 say we got to gather ourselves together. He's talking about blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, because those are the three groups of people that are spread out. You know what I'm saying? And we just, like now, you see our so-called Mexican, you look at that as another race of people, or a so-called Puerto Rican, you look at that, but that's our brothers and sisters. And if we were to build, which is what Christ wanted for us to come together, and if we do that, we unstoppable. Financially, family, spiritually, on every level, and they never want to see that. And that's what we produce. We push black and brown unity. You know what I'm saying? Daily. That's what the real money gonna come. You don't have to worry about money. You can go over to the barrio and get you some rice and beans. They can come over here and get them some fried chicken, and we bring that together. It's unstoppable.
All right.
Nothing can do that.
I got two things. But the first thing I want to ask you is, what are a few moral principles that you stand on? And I want everybody to answer this if y'all can. I just give me one principle that y'all stand on, and each.
Give me something I just would not do. Like,
whatever that means to you.
Because our moral principles stand off the laws and statutes that's in the Bible. So we got like 600 things that we just not gonna do. My number one, I would never sleep with another man's woman. All right. Even if she was the most beautiful woman in the world, I would never entertain her, because that's not brotherhood. It's a sin, and since I know better, I probably will, you know, take a big L for that. You know, and our people, and to piggyback off that, brothers that don't know, you can look at those two brothers named out of Atlanta that got killed behind that trouble. Yeah. He died like that. That happens all the time. That one law right there would change the black community. If I know I can leave my woman around these men, and I can be gone, and I trust them, you don't have that in the street. Right. If that woman is weak, you know what I'm saying, can be talking and doing something, that man, you can take advantage of that. Right. And that's something that we don't do in here. And that brings brotherhood. That's value. Right. In the black community, that would change that one thing. So out of that 600, you know, that's something brothers need to stand on first, you know what I'm saying, and following their God.
Say that one more time. What's the principle? One more time. So
not sleep with another man's woman. That's two things, evil and it's borderline LGBT.
Not acceptable.
Right. Not want to sleep with another man's bathtub.
That's right. That's right.
It's mentally bother you. You know what I'm saying? And don't get all of us, before we found the truth out, all of us may have dibbled and dabbled that, but if everybody just start thinking like that, there's plenty of women for a man, you don't ever have to do that. Right. The music videos and the rap told us that was okay, but we changing the culture of that.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. For me, I gotta agree with the other one. He said it right, man. Ain't nothing I can really add to that. But if I had to say one, I'd do what Christ said, right? You're supposed to love your brother as yourself, right? That's my number one. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love my brother as myself. I'm never gonna disrespect my brother. And if I have an issue with my brother, just like we do inside the ISUPK, I'm gonna take it to council, and we're gonna address it. So that's what I said.
If I could, what he just said is what the whole law is around. Brotherhood, doing to your brothers, do yourself, and loving the Most High with your mind, body, and spirit. Right. I mean, everything he said do, you do it. So that's what Christ, the law hangs off them two things.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm gonna go just off what the other one they went off, you know, brotherhood. So mine was gonna be the same. I say never hold a grudge against your brother, you know. I think, you know, you look in the world today, somebody do you wrong, instead of you going to them and letting them know, you know, they hold a grudge. And you know how stuff end up happening. You might get mad enough to shoot the brother.
Right.
You know, right. So just never hold a grudge against your brother. You know, be a man and go to that brother and let him know what he did wrong, so y'all can get that squash. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, sir.
I'll say, you know, put no other God before. You know, our people, a lot of our people just like to follow other gods.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a major problem with our people.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I say, don't bear false witness unto your brother and sister. You know,
That's never gonna get people killed all the time.
Yeah, right.
Changing the story, to make it big. There's all that go to building the black community, and that affects us. Because we think that happens with every race of people, it doesn't. It really just happens with us.
Right.
Because they stick us in these holes called the projects and housings and, go places.
Right.
They try to bond us with the sports and the football games. We get distracted easily with all the stuff, and we enjoy the Cat Williams and the Stephen A's and us bickering with each other.
Right.
But we have to not be easily distracted by that right now. Right now, we have to overcome that. When you got a problem with a brother, you go to that brother. You got a problem with a sister, you go to that person first.
Right.
And deal with it one-on-one. And then that's why we have something called a counselor. If you have an issue with someone, you go to somebody above you, a general, that can help you decide who was right or wrong.
Right.
That's something else that's needed in the earth. That's what we're trying to put. That's the kingdom of heaven. That's how it works. It's not just where stuff just magically go. Everything is practical and it makes sense.
Right.
All right.
Okay. Well, I guess I can give y'all mine. Be angry and sin not.
Right.
That's big for me. Because anger can be easily exchanged with other emotions or feelings. It's like, just because you feel that don't mean you got to act on it. Just because you see that don't mean you got to move on it. You can be that, but your actions, that's two separate worlds. It's like, I see you. Right. I want that pig foot, but I ain't about to eat that, but you got to know how to move, and you're not allowing external things to change your consonants. So y'all tell me how we can find you on social media. How do we, if somebody is on our live or watching our YouTube channel right now and wanted to find you guys, how do we get in contact?
Okay. Yeah, definitely find us on ISUPK No Cowards Alabama on YouTube. You can find us at TikTok OneWest.Bama. You can find us on Facebook at ISUPK Alabama, and you can find us on IG at ISUPK Alabama. You find us everywhere at ISUPK Alabama. All of our videos and everything.
Okay.
We hold classes every week, Tuesday and Wednesday on ISUPK Alabama. Officer Lagon teaches the Wednesday class. I teach the Tuesday class. If you got any questions about the Bible, any questions about life, this brother can answer. And Sabbath service on Saturday. We do Sabbath service on Saturday.
And I noticed all y'all real drippy and saucy. How we shop? Where y'all shop at? Like, where do y'all get the headpieces and stuff? And what do they symbolize?
Right.
Well, the headpieces are ancient. Back when you get a man's always supposed to have his head. He can have a head covering with the top of his head open. Everybody on their headpiece has an opening on top of their head. The women have their head covered. That's scripture. That's ancient. With all these different headpieces. We got mitres. I don't see nobody got no mitre on. But mitres, you ever seen that? A lot of the Arabs try to steal that culture.
Right.
But that's our culture that we taking back. If you see the way we tied, it's tied completely different, and that's just how you're supposed to present the scriptures.
Appreciate that.
And if I could too, sir, you see a lot of you brothers wear these, what the world calls Jewish stars. These are not stars, these are not Jewish. You understand? These right here is a Dawadah. Right. You understand? This is a Magun Dawadah, and this is the seal, this is the sigil of King David inside the Bible.
Right. That's King David's name in Hebrew.
That's right.
Okay. So people think that, I'm glad you brought that up, that is not a 6-point star. A star is a ball of gas in the sky with no right angles on it. Right. This is a man's name. If you look in history, King David signed his name, Solomon signed his name with his father's ring. And that's how he wrote his name. It was Dawadah. So that's a misconception. People see this a lot. They think this is a gang or something like that, and it's not. This part of our culture, the Jewish man that wears it, he don't even know what that really means. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
This is for us.
Yeah, well, thank you for the insight. And again, I appreciate you guys so much for your time and your energy and your presence. I know y'all talked about how time is the most important asset, but I like to think it's your presence, it's your energy, and you all came and you brought it, and the peace that y'all brought, I appreciate that. We'll be looking forward to having another conversation because I had like 30 more questions to ask y'all. But again, I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for joining the house.